afternoon. My name is Amanda and welcome to the Den Creative. Before we get into this pick a card reading, I just wanted to let you guys know I have a live stream channel called The Den Creative Live, where I go live doing readings over there a few times a week. Link for that channel is in the description below. But for this pick a card reading, we're going to be figuring out a message from your future self. And this is going to be another fun, in-depth, two-part reading. So what you're going to do, if you're new to pick a card readings, I'm just going to ask that you close your eyes, take a couple of deep cleansing breaths to try to center your energy, and focus in on part one, which would be pile number 1, 2, or 3, and then part 2, which would be option A or B. So you would select at least one from part 1 and one selection from part 2, or more if more than one call out to you. And once you've selected your pile or piles, you can go ahead and check the description box below for the timestamps, and I also pin them as the top comment. Please remember, these are general readings, so only take the information that resonates with you and your situation and leave the rest behind. Now, without delaying this any further, I'm going to give you a moment to meditate on the cards, and I will see you over at your reading. Alright, pile number 1, or those of you who selected this Aura Amethyst here, we are going to get right into your reading. This is going to be a message from your future self. We're going to start with tarot, and then I'm going to shuffle on camera all of the oracles. So, what do we have here? We have the Queen of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the Page of Cups. So wow, you really are coming into your own. You are really owning that beautiful passion, that beautiful soul that you are incarnated to be here. You are letting a lot of your limiting beliefs slough away and just embracing the moment. Many of you are getting more in the moment and just wanting to really focus on something that is creative or that you can really put your name on, is really what Spirit's showing me. Really wanting to dive into some sort of task or project or creative endeavor that you're really passionate and excited about. For some of you, this could look like moving and then wanting to decorate your home or set up a garden. This could look like you wanting to write a book. I mean, it's going to be different for each of you because remember, general reading. So if there's anything that's kind of ticking on your radar right now with your intuition, that's probably what we're talking about here. So if you're still unsure of what this could be, you can just continue watching. Maybe something will spark. Otherwise, you can press pause and just feel into this creative energy that's wanting to come in and play with you and see what this means for you. And this also could be some creative person in your life that wants to help you, or they are really inspiring to you, but I'm really seeing your future self letting you know that you are that inspiration to other people as well. Whether you know it or not, you really are. So with this Ace of Swords here in the middle, this is that gaining of clarity. Those of you who felt muddled or muddy or almost like you're walking through life with your feet in mud, like every step is just so laborious and so difficult, that is about to change, my friend. You guys are gaining clarity. And not only that, I'm really seeing an 8 of Wands kind of energy where things are really moving and shifting quickly for you. And this, for many of you, may be in the mode of communication, wanting to speak your truth more or just communicate with people on a deeper level. For some of you, with that kind of 8 of Wands that Spirit showed me in my head, this could be something, if you're a content creator or you are on social media, this could be something you've said or posted or a video you have that's going viral very soon. I'm seeing within the next 3 months, at least from the time of your watching this. So these are timeless readings. So 3 months from now, or within that 3-month time frame, there's something you're doing that's really gonna have a lot of people reaching out like, yes, I resonate with this. So take that again as it resonates for you. And with this Page of Cups, to me, this is just you really diving into that more childlike sense of wonder within you, really nurturing your own inner child, maybe being that mother to your own inner child, and just really going through life with just this excitement that you haven't had in a long time. And right as I say that, my neighbor starts up the lawnmower, so let me go let me close the window. I will be right back. Okay, so my neighbor started the lawnmower, so that is like the start of something new. That was a complete surprise. I did not expect that. But then again, it is going to be a high of 91 today, and it's still morning time, still decently, in this like high 70s, I think. So, I guess it wasn't that much of a surprise, but the Page of Cups is all about surprises. So it's interesting that happened as we were addressing this. But The page could be representative of someone younger than you in your life that is just really full of that excitement that gets you then excited, or it could be a messenger of someone of some sort. You're getting a really exciting message or news about something that maybe you had forgotten about, or something completely out of the blue, but it's a very exciting surprise. This is not something that's catching you off guard and making you just feel like that fight or flight. No, this is exciting news coming in. Okay, so let's go ahead and shuffle some cards for the rest of your message from your future self. Group 1's message. Oh, it's already sticking out. Okay, we have here, let me just see how much of this we're gonna get on screen up top there. I think that should be good. Okay, we have the Raindrops card. Take a chance on them. So I'm really going back to this Page of Cups we just discussed here. So this might be you looking to communicate or become committed to, or just becoming friendly with someone younger than you. And this is saying, take a chance, especially if you guys are those who are a little more closed off and not really wanting or looking to expand your circle of that inner circle. Because I think you guys, even if you have a lot of acquaintances, you don't have a lot of people in your life that you consider like soul ride or die kind of connections. But there is someone coming into your life very shortly that they feel younger than you. So they either are younger than you numerically, like by age, or they just have this really kind of new soul energy that is just very, very Fool energy, but in a good way. Like this is someone who makes you see life in a brand new way with a new perspective. It's really beautiful. But your future self wants you to take a chance on this person. We also have the number 39 here, which adds up to 12, which adds up to 3. This is a number of collaboration, of creativity, and going back to the Queen of Wands and the Page of Cups, maybe you are paired up with someone slightly younger than you, or just, I don't want to use the word immature, because I'm not seeing this as someone who's messing up. This is just someone who's very naive, but in a good way. They're not naive in the fact that they're going to get taken advantage of, but naive to the belief systems that are in place. They're like, oh, who's to say we can't do these things? And they really do inspire you to shift your beliefs to be more inclusive of what could be possible for you. So this could be pairing up with someone at work, that this just really shifts your perspective. This could be a friendship. This could be a family member who's younger than you, who you haven't really spoken to much lately, but now maybe you are coming together to collaborate with this person to start a business, or to work together in some way, or do some sort of creative project. Or maybe you're just hanging out a lot and wanting to do creative projects. I see 2 friends that are getting together and coming over to each other's houses to help each other get organized, or to clean, or maybe even working on fun projects to decorate your home with, like little DIY, Pinteresty type projects. That could be something that would really fuel that creative urge within you guys. All right, so we're also gonna go to this deck, the Quantum Oracle, if I'm remembering the name of this correctly. Yes, the Quantum Oracle. I think we're gonna get 2 cards. Yeah, I think let's get 2 cards from this deck. Message from Group 1's future self. Okay, we want this one and we want this one. Okay, we have hidden motivations. We've got some children here, 3 children. One I'm representing, I think, is you. This is an intention card. So there are hidden motives here, but again, with this take a chance on them, with this Page of Cups, where this is coming out, these are not negative motives. These are not hidden agendas in a bad way. This is surprises. This is fun. This is childlike play and wonder. This is beautiful energy. We also have another intention card here with discovery. And we have the number 8 here on this intention card and the number 1 here. So you're taking action with that 8 in a new direction with this number 1. This is so cool, you guys. I love this. But these hidden motivations are really going to help you tap back into that inner child we were talking about with this Page of Cups. And the discovery is of your beautiful light. Look, she's got a purple flame coming out of this. It's on our right, but it's actually her left hand. And this guy has just discovered something. It looks like he's gold panning here. He's holding this beautiful white orb of light, and he's got a plate of white orbs of light here as well. So it's like that left hand side, which is the more masculine side of the body, is integrating more with the divine feminine side of your life. So you're taking action in a more divine feminine kind of way by putting your intentions into things. And this is something that is very important, because our intentions, not our expectations, that's different, but our intentions that you're going to wake up today and have a fabulous day, that will then put you on track to have a better day than if you just had no intention at all and you were just kind of tossed to the waves of life and just let whatever happen. There's a difference between just letting life happen to you and letting life happen for you, because when you let life happen for you, you are in the flow, you are going with the flow, but you are also taking action and steering your vessel in the direction you want. When you're just kind of letting life happen to you, you're just tossed to the waves. And, you know, with this raindrops card, there's an umbrella. These people came prepared. So you are prepared for the navigation of what you want to have happen. Your future self is saying the more you put these intentions in place and then go in the direction of these intentions, you're really going to start discovering beautiful little gifts hidden within yourself. This could be healing energy with all this beautiful stuff coming out of the hands here. And the hidden motivations could even be this more motherly energy, which is a Queen of Wands, that is really nurturing this Page of Cups within you. So this motherly energy could be your higher self stepping in to really help level you up, is really what I see. But the hidden motivations here, to me, feel like this person that's coming in that's very lighthearted and energetic and fun. They have this hidden motivation to get you on that same page, to have fun with them and love life and laugh. Or these hidden motivations could also be coming from spirit, just stepping in to put these people, these positions, these opportunities in front of you so you do not miss them. Okay, let's go ahead and get one more from this deck and then a self-care message as well. All right, for a message for Group 1's future self, here we are. Protection. Yes, there's that hidden motivation coming in from spirit, that spiritual part. Let's read here. It says protection. The fairies of protection are shielding you with a magical fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon any spiritual work. Okay, those of you who don't feel you need that protection, listen to your intuition. But there are other people that are watching that feel like, you know, I don't want to meditate, I'm scared something bad will happen or a negative entity will come in. Well, if you're fearing that, then you may be attracting that to yourself. So do any protection measures you see fit. If you don't feel that that's even an issue for you, then don't take that word of advice. But just know, Spirit's got your back. You are protected more than you know. You've got this entourage of angels, fairies, light beings just behind you, ready to help at the drop of a hat. So just know you can go about your work, your fun, your play, all of this with this knowing that you are protected and safe as you do so. All right, self-care message for Group 1 from their future self. Oh, it's this slidey one right here. Take a walk. So they want you to get out in nature especially, but if that's not feasible for you, just walking around your place or on a treadmill or whatever works best for you. But especially if you guys can get out in nature, this is going to be very beautiful for you to ground yourself, to get inspired, even in the rain, even in like the non-ideal conditions. I notice with me during thunderstorms, my sensitivity to the other side is very heightened. When it's raining, I feel like I'm being purified. Whether I'm inside or outside, I can use my intention to tap into that energetic part of the rain that is cleansing the earth and get in on that fun. Yes, I can, and you can as well. We do have the number 52 here, which adds up to 7, which is all about that spiritual introspection. For some reason, those spirits saying, go look up angel number 52 because there's an additional message. So there's a little bit of homework for you guys. Go look up angel number 52 for an additional message. But getting out in nature is going to be a form of meditation or spiritual practice for you guys, because this guy's out in nature, these children are out in nature, almost all of these cards appear to be out in nature. That is where the magic happens, I just heard. So get out in nature, take yourself for a walk, let some energy move through your body. That's really going to benefit you. So that is your message from your future self, but you guys don't forget to go check out either option A or B from part 2 of this reading or any further piles you have selected. There is no limit, but select at least 2 to really get that well-rounded message from your future self. But I love you guys. I hope to see you again. Let me know below what you thought, if it resonated. And as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you right here back at The Done Creative, and also over on my live stream channel, The Done Creative Live, where I go live doing readings over there a few times a week. Link for that channel is in the description below. All right, bye. Group number 2, or those of you who selected this cute little welcome arch, this will be your reading. We're gonna go ahead and start with tarot and then deal our oracles on camera today. Let the magic happen. Okay, so we have here the devil. Ooh, the devil. We've got Knight of Swords and also the 8 of Cups. So this is actually really great energy, because for some of you, for many of you, this devil is happening right now or in the very near future. And what I'm really getting from this is very 8 of Swords energy. That's what Spirit showed me to kind of clarify this devil. We could probably get the deck out and clarify it that way as well, but they're really showing me like this 8 of Swords energy. And really this is that limiting belief or just belief systems you have about yourself, about others, about the world, that you are shifting out of. You are reversing this devil and really going within and finding out, is this really true? Am I really this way or that way? Or is this person's opinion of me really valid? And you're gonna find that a lot of these answers you're coming up with are actually no. Because with this 8 of Cups, you are leaving behind a situation, a job, a relationship, your belief systems possibly. You're leaving behind something that is no longer serving you emotionally and going in a direction that will serve you much better emotionally. And of course, this is being the 8 of Cups, I had to really quickly count up these fish. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So to me, that's a very spiritual number. So you guys are going to discover that, hey, this energy, and this also for some of you could be a very controlling relationship, friendship, job, situation where you feel like you have no power or no control over your own life. But look, guess what? From your future self, they are letting you know you are moving through this, because look right here in the middle, you have the 8 of Swords. So you're cutting through the BS, you're cutting through these old BS, belief systems, these old situations and things that you felt really stifled in or like were holding you back, and you're moving in a direction that is going to be much more emotionally fulfilling. And this is very quick moving energy. So one day you may show up to this toxic job and walk out of there with no longer having that toxic job, because maybe they're doing layoffs and they are giving you a severance package. This to me feels, if you're like someone who's thinking, I hate my job, but I can't afford to leave my job without having something else lined up. Remember, Spirit has your back. So whatever happens, flow with it, but of course take action in the direction of your intention. We did really talk a lot about intention in group 1, but for you guys, you're going to be solving your issues, your problems very, very sufficiently and very quickly. So anything that feels off kilter, you're going to right that ship very quickly by doing what's best for you. Use your intuition to really tap into this 8 of Cups energy to go in the direction of something that is more emotionally fulfilling. Not monetarily fulfilling, but emotionally fulfilling. And then you will find that as your emotions are fulfilled, your finances and your stability and all the other things will fall in line and be fulfilled for you as well. So let's go ahead and get a message, an additional message from this Believe in Your Own Magic deck for group 2, message from their future self. Ooh, it's right here. Shark, swim away from this situation. And like I was saying with somebody that is watching this, with this devil card here, this is a controlling relationship. Could be a romantic partner, could be a parent, could be a friend that just is an energy vampire. But I'm getting very clear narcissistic vibes from these 2 cards together especially. So it says, Shark, swim away from this situation. There may be an additional message for you guys. Spirit's telling me for you guys to go look up the shark animal spirit or spirit animal or spirit totem, animal totem, shark. Go look that up for an additional message as to what this relationship or situation is in your own life. I think most of you, it's going to be like ding, ding, ding. I already know exactly what this is referring to. But those of you who are like, who could be this devil or shark in my life? I don't know. Go within and see. Because for some of you, this just could be your own limiting beliefs or habits that you have that are just holding you back or making you feel ill or just not your best self. For many of you, this just could be feeling like you don't really know what direction to go. So this is saying just try something new. So if you guys don't have a toxic relationship or job or situation in your life, then this is more internal, because remember we did have that the 7 fishes over here, which is a very introspective number, very internal environment kind of number. So going within will bring you the answers you seek. But many of you already know what this situation is, that your future self is like, just walk away, just swim away. There's something so much better for you over where I'm at here in the future. And your power is in the now moment. But we've got the number 35 here, which adds up to 8, which is all about taking action, about manifestation, about financial abundance. Once you swim away from this situation, that is what you will get. But you need to take the action in the direction of something more emotionally fulfilling. And if the relationship, the job, the area of residence, whatever, insert here, isn't filling the bill or, fulfilling you, then it's time to move away. That's what your future self wants you to know. Okay, let's go ahead and get 2 cards from this Quantum Oracle. Ooh, that one might want to come out. Who knows? Okay, let's clear the deck and get it going here for group 2. Message from group 2's future self. Anything group 2's future self wants them to know right now. We have the healing light, and I love that this is coming out right below the devil. So you're going to be healing from this. This is a spirit card, another 8. So you have 2 8s on the board. Actually, I lied. You have 3 8s on the board, and then 10. That's a 15 here. And then we got the Knight of Swords. I'm not sure the numerology on that one, but you've got 8 8 8. Look at that. All right, one more card from this deck. Here it is. Ooh. Lose half the deck there. Okay, we've got consciousness, great gratitude, and I love that this is coming out also below that 8 of Cups, because you're going to go in the direction of something more emotionally fulfilling for you, and as a result you're getting more in your life to be grateful for. So we've got the number 4 here, which is all about building a stable new foundation, having that support from yourself, your friends, people in your life that are really supportive of you, also spirit. And there are just so many birds in this beautiful card here. I love this card. I don't think I've ever drawn this card from this deck. Wow, beautiful. But here we've got lots of little birdies. So you may be getting messages from birds, from spirits, spirit birds, however that resonates for you. But you may be hearing a lot of birds or stepping outside and the birds are almost like very interested in you or communicating with you in some way. That message is going to resonate differently for each of you. Or maybe there's a specific bird that represents a person who has passed away or crossed over for you. That this is just them popping in to say, hey, yep, I'm with you. I'm going to help you swim away from this situation and get to something more emotionally fulfilling. Me and your future self are high-fiving. We've got your back and we're ready to do this thing. But for many of you, your future self is letting you know that the healing light is available for you in any moment. In any moment. All you need to do is take action in that direction with that number 8. You will be able to heal your life, to heal yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. You're going to be able to heal yourself from anything you've been through in your past. Overcoming childhood trauma, abusive or unfulfilled relationships, unrequited love, friendships that went south, jobs that ended, just this controversy and division in your life that has occurred. You're getting healing from that, and your future self is wanting you to know that your first step would just be to acknowledge, okay, this is a problem, and your second step would be to do something about it. Walk away, let someone know how you feel, whatever resonates for you. It's going to be different for each of you, but this healing light is available to you right now is what your future self is letting me know. And as you step into this healing light, this can be as simple as you going within, doing a meditation, and picturing yourself surrounded with white light or green light or red light, whatever color represents healing to you, putting your intention into this meditation that you are healing yourself from the inside out, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and physically. You are healing yourself so that you can move on in the direction of your life, something that is more emotionally fulfilling, because this future version of yourself that we're tapping into is very happy. They are healthy, happy, just this carefree, childlike sense of wonder that we also picked up in group 1. You are carrying that with you, and your future self is almost just pulling you like on a line to where they are. And I love that. Okay, let's get another message from the Fairy Oracle. Group 2 from their future self. I see it right here. Okay, we have life energy, and I love that this comes out right here with the healing light as well. So what do we have here? It says, the happy fairy of sunshine brings lots of life-giving energy. She reminds you to shine your light. There's that word light again. Shine your light to reveal anything in the shadows that needs to be healed. Yes, yes, yes. I love when things really tie themselves together, and that's exactly what we have here. And it almost looks like, I know she's holding, I want to say it's the moon, but it could be the earth. But look, it's shining almost like it's its own sun. And then this says here that this is the happy fairy of sunshine coming in to give you that life-giving energy. So you connecting to the sun is going to be very crucial in your healing process. Even if it doesn't shine, that sun doesn't shine very much where you're at, or maybe you're in the dead of winter when you're watching this, whatever resonates for you, you can still connect to the energy of the sun in any moment, whether it's midnight or it's the middle of winter, whatever, you still have access to that energy of the sun. But if you can actually get your physical vessel out there in the sun and even meditate in the sun, of course, be safe about it. Don't let yourself fall asleep in the sun, because that could be, you get a sunburn or something. We don't want that to happen, but just be safe when you connect to the sun. Some people do sun gazing, but again, I say be safe with it. Only do it right when the sun rises or when the sun sets, so that you're very safe with it. Unless you've developed this practice, then do what you do. But if you're just now developing a sun gazing practice, Google and research the best way to do that and the safest way to do that. Okay, what else do we have? Let's get a self-care message from your future self. Number 2, self-care message from future self. Okay, make an altar. They want you to really get cooking on your spiritual practice. And I love this because the number 16 here adds up to 7, which is that very spiritual number I'm always talking about here on my channel. But by making an altar and putting your intentions into this altar, you could put pictures of deities, ascended masters, archangels that you really connect to. Even if you don't have a picture available of a guide or an angel, if there's a picture in your head, even if you're not an artist or good at drawing, just draw it out. Draw something or write a name out on a piece of paper, just something that would represent a guide or an angel or a crossover loved one, someone you are working with to step more into your spiritual practice. And then, of course, you can bring in all the other elements. You can bring in flowers that represent the earth or crystals that represent the earth. You can bring in incense or candles that represent fire and air, and water. You can bring in moon water that you have cleansed in the moon or charged in the moon. Use your intuition and have fun with this. Maybe even Google or go to Pinterest and see, how do I make an altar? If you're new to this, if you're already old hat at making an altar, maybe this is just asking you to spruce it up a bit, clean up the cobwebs and the dust off the altar, and recharge all of the items on the altar. I know people know about charging crystals, but you can also recharge your candles. You can recharge, if you even have like dried flowers or foliage, you can recharge and cleanse their energy. Or even taking a cloth and cleaning these things off will really cleanse the energy. There's just this need to I'm seeing like very stale, stagnant air, just really recharging the air, bringing fresh oxygen into a room or into your life. It could be a metaphor, bringing just this fresh energy, leaving the old, stagnant, yucky, dusty, everything behind and stepping into something that's more cleansing, more emotionally fulfilling, and all of the above. Okay, so I think that's all I'm seeing for you, group number 2. But remember, this is not the end of your reading. Go over to part 2, where you would select from option A or B. I've got them right here. Option A is this cute little astronaut guy. Option B is this cute little alien guy. So go select one or both, however many resonate for you. Of these 2 options, we will do some charms, we will do some story cubes, and a little everyday offering. I will flip through a book and get you a message there as well. So go check that part out. I will see you over there. All right, group number 3, or those of you who chose the little mermaid baby, this is going to be your message from your future self. And we're going to go ahead and start with your tarot cards and then shuffle on camera the oracle cards. So we have here the 5 of Cups, the 8 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Wands. Okay, so your message from your future self, they want you to know that maybe some of you have been focusing on the past a lot, or the things that just didn't work out, just the more negative things, or maybe you've just felt really stuck and really not known how to get out of that mud, that energy of just where you've been. Or even, they're even showing me like looking back on your glory days, like, that big sigh of like that big deep breath I just took and released, like almost like you need to release something is what your future self is showing me. This need to, especially because in this depiction of the 5 of Cups, there aren't 3 spilled and 2 left upright. There is looks like 3 left upright, 1 spilled, and then she's holding 1 cup, which to me represents the Ace of Cups, and she's just spilling it out, just kind of looking at it kind of wistfully, like, oh, I wish that would have worked out. So some of you may still be hung up on a past relationship, or there's something going on in a current relationship that is just, it's like it's draining your life force. It's really, it's really putting you through the ringer emotionally, because again, cups represent our emotions. And it could be a romantic connection, or it could be a parent, a friend, a coworker, a whatever resonates for you, whatever is really standing out in your intuition. That could be what this is. But your future self wants you to stop pouring from that cup and just hold it upright and realize you have the Ace of Cups in your possession. You have it, and you are ready to go in a direction that will be more emotionally fulfilling, which we did pick up that energy as well in group 2. But all of that hard work you've put into something. Some of you are walking away or just kind of shifting a paradigm in your life from something where you really fixated on one thing, and it's not like you're completely changing what you're doing, although some of you may be, but for most of you, I don't feel like you're completely switching up exactly what you're doing. It's just you're looking and coming at it from a new perspective or a new mindset, and you're realizing a lot of that work you put in the past is not for naught, so to speak. It's not wasted energy that you put in, because you learned a lot of lessons and maybe even grew to a point where now that you've really been through the ringer in some aspect of life, could be work, could be a relationship, could be just whatever, you've learned a lot of lessons from that, and that hard work you put into something in the past is actually going to continue. You're going to continue to be putting in hard work in a direction, and hard work, work smarter, not harder, your future self is telling me. But some of you may have this limiting belief where if I don't work hard, then I'm not going to get abundance. So maybe you guys are even examining that limiting belief of I have to work hard to get everything, and trying to work smarter, not harder. That's what your future self really wants you to know. But this hard work that you've been putting in and you will continue to put in, or the work, doesn't have to be hard. Remember, your future self is really reiterating that fact. It does not have to be hard work. It can just be work that starts to build on itself. So one action you take today will build, and then the action you take will build on what you did before, and then ta-da, 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 on and on and on. But with this 8 of Wands, your future self wants you to know things are going to start moving ahead much more quickly than they had before. And with this 8 of Wands depiction, we have snakes all over the place. And snakes to me represent healing. Remember, snakes shed their skin. So they are leaving, they have no choice but to leave behind that old version of themselves, that old skin, going back to kind of that woulda, shoulda, coulda, or looking back on the glory days and wishing life could be as sweet as it once was, or you could be a version of yourself you used to be, however it resonates for you. But this is your future self reminding you that the rest of your life is going to be the best of your life. So you focused on the past and, man, I wish I could be that skinny again, or that cute again, or have that friend group again, or be in, this situation again. Your future self is saying it'll never happen. It can't happen because that moment has passed. You get one shot in every single moment you are given, and then that's it. So your future self wants you to know. Start directing your focus to the present moment and then projecting just slightly into the future to make some plans, because where you're going is so much sweeter, so much more fulfilling than where you've been. It's almost like you are trying to take versions of yourself from the past and try them on, almost like that snake trying to get back in their old skin. It's like clothing that just doesn't fit anymore. It's not meant for you anymore. So your future self wants you to start focusing in a direction that is who you are, who you're becoming. You're leaving behind all these old husks of who you used to be, and it's okay. Your future self wants you to know it's okay to let this go. You can still keep your beautiful, fond memories. You can still keep all of the good stuff, but you don't need to keep projecting your power into the past and wishing it could be a way that it can never be again. Instead, take your power back to the present moment, put in that, work, that effort that you need to do to get yourself where you want to be. And again, even if you're trying to, like Spirit's showing me one particular person watching this is trying to get a job in either at an old company or doing a very similar thing you did in the past, but maybe the technology has changed, or just the vibe of this job has changed so much that you can't do this same job in the way you used to do and be able to make it efficient. Like, it wouldn't work out the same way. So you're gonna have to shift your paradigm. If you're wanting to go, revisit a job or a situation from the past, you're gonna have to shift your paradigm. You can still approach this, but you're gonna have to do it a different way than you did in the past, and then you can make it work from there. Okay, let's go ahead and get a Believe in Your Own Magic card. Group 3's message from their future self. Anything their future self wants them to know right now. Here we have. I love this. Yes, this is exactly where we were getting before, in a roundabout way. We've got the number 1 here with the princess. You can be your own knight. Yes, you can. You guys are rescuing yourselves from these belief systems, from these situations, from just whatever didn't work in the past. You guys have the power. You have, they're being very vulgar now. Your future self is like, you have the balls to do it. Whether you're male or female, you've got the balls to do this. I know I normally don't say those kind of things here on my channel, but your future self's like, say it, say it. So you guys are cute. I love that. But yes, you can be your own knight. You can rescue yourself. You do not need to wait for some savior to come in, swoop in, and save the day for you. No, you have the power, the ability, and the wherewithal, and the balls to go in, swoop in, and save your dang self. You can do this, you guys. Look, you've got a shield, you've got a sword, you've got a backpack with all of that beautiful stuff that you need to get yourself going. And see, she's not like in defense mode. She's just here kind of cleaning her blade, shining it up, sprucing it up all nice. So you guys really are, stepping into this future version of yourself that is coming in to say, hey, you can make it. We can do this together. You have this power within you already, and you can do it. And your future self is like, much like in group 2, I saw them reaching out a hand from the future to pull you into alignment to become this beautiful, greater version of yourself. And we have the number 1 here, so this is a new beginning. So I love that it's kind of touching here with this 5 of Cups. You're focused now on that Ace of Cups, and if you guys have left a challenging relationship, either a love interest or had to separate your energy from a friend or a coworker or whatever this is, you're taking that Ace of Cups not as a new romantic love opportunity, but I'm seeing this as you filling your own cup. Stop dumping it out to appease other people. You are doing the self-love, self-care, and that Ace of Cups is an opportunity for you to love yourself more than you've ever loved yourself. And it's beautiful because this self-love, this self-care you're giving to yourself is really going to fuel you to make things happen, to leave those past versions of yourself behind and really step into something that's more supportive of your soul mission. Wow, that's so powerful. All right, let's get 2 cards from the Quantum Oracle. Group 3. Ooh, Group 3's message from their I keep saying higher self. Do I keep saying higher self? I mean future self, but maybe you are more an embodiment of your higher self as your future self. That's really what I'm seeing. Okay. Alrighty. So we've got here events. So there is a great achievement coming up, something you guys can really be proud of. Here she is shining her sword. That really did highlight in this card for me. Like, she is very proud of her accomplishments. And for some of you, this could be a wedding, a graduation, a move in a direction that you feel like you can celebrate how far you've come. This is beautiful. Even if other people aren't celebrating with you, that doesn't mean you shouldn't celebrate yourself, because look at this. And it looked to me, though, we've got many, many place settings here. So other people are going to at least acknowledge that you've made it farther than you once were, or they're celebrating you in some way. Many eyes are on you and celebrating you and happy for you and excited for you. So those of you who feel like you're alone in this world and no one cares, there are people in your life that do care. There are guides, angels, crossover loved ones, your own higher self, your own future self. They care. They care, and they are showing up for you every day. And you are about to have this great achievement. I'm seeing in the next 6 months. This may take you 6 months to complete. Those of you who are looking to finish or start and then finish some sort of certification or program that you're going into, it might take you about 6 months to get to this point of great achievement. Or if you guys have already been putting in this work, just know that about 6 months from now, you're really going to see a major payoff of whatever it is you are putting your effort toward. So with this number 4 cycle card here, this is a decrease card. And I'm not seeing this as you losing anything. because yes, this soil looks completely leached. The topsoil is dead soil, dead dirt. There are no micro beautiful organisms in that soil that can really nourish that soil. But look what's coming out of your hands, water. And it looks to me like you're going to start composting and fertilizing this little patch right here to start something new. But for some of you, you're going to have to downsize the amount of, I'm just seeing like a juggler with all these, like maybe these pentacles are 8 balls you're juggling here. And you're realizing, man, I'm going to have to cut at least 4 of these out so that I can actually maintain a better steadiness with the amount of work I'm doing and being able to take care of myself and just balance this out more. But that's not to say you're not going to create something fertile from what you're doing. Actually, by narrowing your focus down to just a couple of priorities rather than, because Spirit's showing me your higher self, your future self, they're all coming together right in this moment now to show me. They're like showing 10 plots of land. Like, 5 up here, 5 down here. And if you're one person trying to, tend all 10 plots of these land, you're only giving 10% of your effort, energy, love, care, and attention into this one. 10% here, 10, 10, 10, 10, all the way through. But if you can narrow that down to 2 or 3 or 1, whatever resonates most for you. Of course, if you're a parent or you have a lot of people that count on you, you can't just become completely self-saturated and self-centered. That just can't work. But realizing that you need to put yourself on your to-do list as far as that care and love and nurturance, that will really benefit you. So if you're a working parent, let's say, for this example, you will put 33% of your energy into yourself, 33% of your energy into your family and loved ones, and then 33% of your energy into your work or whatever it is you do with most of your hours of the day. And as you are dispersing this 33% over and over and over, well, 33.33333, whatever, to make 100%. That's going to be much better. You're going to see the yields of that, the fruits of that labor much sooner than if you, had trying to do all these things and just give just a little of your energy here, 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 here. You're just going to see almost no progress going on if you're spreading yourself that thin. So your future self says, don't spread yourself so thin. Really focus on, and it's interesting, this is just now coming to my attention. Thank you, future self, of those of you watching this that just said, hey, look at the symbolism with this card and this card. She's dumping that water out, and here the water's just going right through her hands. But this is showing me you guys are leveling up so much that you're not just spilling that into like the ocean of water. You're actually putting that water somewhere where it's desperately needed. Look at that. Here she is just pouring that cup into this beautiful ocean here, which it's like, yeah, okay, you're adding more water to the water that's already there. Cool. But here, you're adding water somewhere where it's desperately, desperately needed. And I think for many of you, this is with your own self-love, your own self-care, and just, releasing limiting beliefs or habits or health issues you're having that are holding you back in life or that you're feeling like are holding you back in life. But just know this is a cycle. So some of you are with this new beginning, and we got a 1 here as well. So you have an 11 on the board. Maybe you're seeing a lot of 1111, or the number 1 keeps popping up for you. But remember, with that 1111, that creates a 4. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is a 4, which is a stability, creating a new foundation for something new that's coming in. And it's going to happen much quicker than you guys are expecting, which is great. Okay, let's go ahead and get a message from the fairies. Oracle from your future self for group 3. Ooh, here it is. It is jumping. Oh, I love this. We've got music. Listen carefully, for there may be a message in the music you hear. Music can lift your soul, rekindle memories, and charm fairies to your door. So, I love this. The rekindle memories, pairing it back with what we were talking about with maybe trying to be a past version of yourself, or the wistful kind of, man, I wish I could be who I once was. Maybe there are certain music songs that you listen to that really put you back in this kind of headspace of, man, I used to listen to this song when I was this version of me, and man, I wish I could go back. So music can, sometimes trigger those bad memories, but it can also trigger the good memories. So focus, if you can, on the good memories, because the music, I don't know about you guys, but specific smells can really take me back to a moment like no other, but music can do the same thing. Music to me is like a time machine, and I think you guys really do, because we got this music card here. You guys really do connect to music. You get a lot of messages from the universe, from your higher self, from your guides, angels, and crossover loved ones through music. You guys probably are clairaudient, and this is just your future self saying to really listen and lean into what you hear in music. Or if someone suggests a song to you, just know that's spirit communicating to you through their song suggestion. And it's interesting because I've got this board here that I made many moons ago, back in 2019, I believe. And I got lots of it's an old dictionary I cut up and just Mod Podged right onto the board here. But up here, off camera, I have a 655, number 655. And spirit, or your higher self, or somebody, as I'm saying this message about music and how important it is, they're like, have them look up 655. Okay, so there's another message. It's not coming through music, but it's coming through your own future self right now to go look up angel number 655, because there's going to be some beautiful messages in that for you guys. So go look that up. Okay, let's get one more self-care message. But yes, I think one form of self-care would be to listen to more music. Those of you who used to love music, who just don't really listen to a lot of music, this is your message from your future self to start listening to more music. Some of you, your future self is stepping in to say, pick back up. Maybe you had a music career, or you used to write lyrics or beats or music back in the past, but it just didn't work out. That is something good from the past you can bring into the future and do it a different way. Oh, that's a message specifically for one person, I think, that maybe tried to start a music career at one point and it didn't work out. Spirit's saying that doesn't mean give up on that dream. It's just saying go about it, approach it a different way. Because there are many new avenues of ways you can get your music out now more than ever. Like, you have the whole world at your fingertips with different platforms that you can upload your songs and music to and get the word out there about your music. Now more than ever, you can succeed. So that's for, I think, one, maybe two people. So get back out there. Get back on that musical horse if that is you. All right, let's get into that self-care message for group 3 from their future self. Does future self want group 3 to know about self-care? Oh, that's too many. But that was a meditate card, I do believe. So get back in touch with that spiritual practice. We also have here connect with fire. So here I see a group of friends kind of hanging around this fire pit. So maybe getting together with some friends. This could look like camping, just getting cozy with friends around a fire somehow, some way, lighting candles, doing candle magic, just connecting with that element of fire wherever the fire signs are in your chart, which would be your Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Even if you don't have placements or planets within those houses, like for instance with me, my Aries is in the 7th house, which would be my relationships with other people, and even more specifically, business partners or my husband. My sign of Sagittarius is 3rd house, which would be my younger siblings, my neighbors, all of that. And then the sign of Leo is my 11th house, which is network circles, people I know, acquaintances, people I know through my work and what I do, how I put myself out there. Connecting to those groups of people, that's just as a Libra ascendant, that is where my 3 fire trine fire houses are located. But find out where your houses, and what represents, because 5th house represents children, 6th house represents your pets and people you work with on a day-to-day basis. 9th house represents your gurus, spiritual teachers, and in Vedic astrology, your father. 4th house represents your mother, and in 10th house represents your father in Western astrology. So every house you can have a representation of a family member. And also, if you want to know about the mother of your mother, go to the 4th house and then count 4 houses away from the 4th house. So 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th house would represent your maternal grandmother. You can really boil down what people in your life, different houses represent just by doing that. But you can figure out who to connect with in your life through these fire signs, fire houses. That's what your future self wants you to know. But also just for your own spiritual practice, connecting with fire, candle magic, all of that will be really beneficial to you. So I think that's all I'm seeing for you. But remember, this is not the end of your reading. We've got 2 more parts here. In part 2, we've got the astronaut for option A and the little, an alien for option B. And we're going to be doing charms and story cubes and an everyday offering. I'm going to I'm going to flip through that little book and get a message for you over there. So go select either option A or B with those, or both of them if they both call to you, whatever resonates for you, and I will see you over there. All right, those of you who selected the astronaut or option A, this is going to be the rest of your reading. We're going to go ahead and get some charms, some story cubes, and also we're going to flip to a page in this Everyday Offerings book. I thought this would just be a fun way to complete your reading today, so let's get into it. Whoops. Okay, what do we have here? So we have, and again, I might have to zoom in on these just to see what we've got going on. Okay, I never know what I want them to look like, but there we go. I'm gonna stop messing with them. I'm gonna grab a couple story cubes and then we will get into this, and then we'll finish up with the Everyday Offering page. Okay, so we've got a pyramid here. And we've also got a guy that just knocked a vase off of a shelf, or it's about to be knocked over. Okay. Hope we can see all this. I might just put these up with these to get it all zoomed in real nice and neat. Hopefully up top we can see. It looks like. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start with the feather. And to me, these are messages from Spirit, little signs from Spirit that someone is with you. And with this little paw print, doggy paw print, there may be someone who has lost a pet, that this pet is just saying, hey, I'm here with you. And I know these are messages from your future self, but your future self, there is a version of your future self way in the future that is already reunited with this pet and is with them, loving them again and running around with them, or, you know, whatever, swimming around with them if they're a fish, whatever it looks like for you. But your future self wants you to know you will never lose that connection. So you can still talk to this crossed over pet, or even someone who lost a very close family member, a friend, a significant other who is crossed over, who has passed away. Your future self is reminding you again, I'm in union with this person again. We are reunited. In one future version of yourself, you are back in spirit with this person. So talk to this person. This person is still sending you messages. They may be sending you messages through songs, through, you know, earthly kind of elements like feathers, rocks, heart-shaped rocks I'm seeing. Stuff down by the water. We've got a mermaid here. She's got her back turned on something, and wow, this really does resonate with the group that got the Eight of Cups energy, walking away from something that's no longer serving them. And also because it's faced away, it's like she's turning her back on what she once knew. So some of you may be moving in a new direction. That is the message from your future self as well. But with this broken heart here, those of you who had your heart broken had to turn your back on someone, something, a situation, a job, something that just didn't work out. But it's actually serving you, because you thought at the time with this little guy knocking the vase over, your future self is showing me you are going to catch this vase before it hits the ground. You're going to rescue the parts that matter, but the fact that you almost knocked it down, it really puts life in perspective for you. The things that matter, you're going to be able to take with you. The things that are no longer meant for you or no longer serving you, you're cutting them out of your life. Because look, we got a little scissor here with the cutting paper, like cutting ties, cutting cords from something from the past. You'll actually be able to salvage the good things from that relationship, even if that relationship or situation is no longer in your life. The lessons you learned, the great memories you had with this person or this situation will still be intact, but you don't have to keep the whole thing, if that makes sense. And then also with this pyramid, I'm seeing this as like an energy generator. They're showing me like an orgone pyramid, which I actually have one right over here. Okay, so we've got some amethyst, we've got a copper wire, we've got the Om symbol and a clear quartz crystal that's wrapped up in that copper wire to really amplify some energy. So maybe your future self is letting you know you would benefit from orgone energy, or just channeling, funneling your information, your focus, your drive, your desire down to just a couple priorities. We did get that message in a pile. So if you received the pile or the message from that pile and they're now choosing this option as well, this is just a double amplified message that you need to really get your priorities in order, or just really hyper focus on the things that actually matter in your life. So if you have any other interpretations of what these may mean for you, go ahead and apply those interpretations. Even if you want to pause the video real quick and just really examine this and channel that information from your future self, from your higher self, from spirit, go ahead and do so. But I'm also seeing with this pyramid, that you guys may want to be visiting sacred sites. It doesn't necessarily have to be Giza in the pyramids, but it could be Mount Shasta, Sedona, somewhere that's kind of one of those wonders of the world, or a very spiritual place that your soul is feeling called to. For some of you, that could be the ocean. We've got a mermaid here. Maybe you've had a past life in Lemuria or Atlantis or some other ancient civilization that you just long for home, or maybe even Sirius, this water element. I really do tie to the planet Sirius with the whales and dolphins and all of that, and just the aquatic life. Okay, so I think that's all I'm getting from this, but if you want to get more information, go ahead and pause. That's no worry. I'm going to go ahead and flip through this book to a page. I'm closing my eyes, I promise. I'm just going to flip through this book to get a page, and we'll get another message. Okay, be where you are. We've got that compass there. And look, we're pairing this up with this little mermaid charm. She's not in, movement. She's not moving. She's like, to me, almost like sitting on a rock, just looking out at the horizon, and maybe even longing to be somewhere where she's not. So if that is your case, just try to come back to your present moment and realize that inner compass, you are in the center of this compass. And of course, your intentions, your actions you're taking can steer you in whatever direction you want to go, but you can't go anywhere if you don't have the eye of the needle directly center there, or the center point from which every direction you can go is centered in the now moment. You have opportunity galore, but you got to come back home to yourself and be where you are, even if it's in that hard, rough situation or a stagnant situation, just something that's not serving you anymore. Be where you are. Once you kind of accept that it is what it is, this is where I'm at right now, then you can decide, well, what am I going to do about it? Am I going to just stay and do whatever, or am I going to take action in a new direction? It's up to you, Group A. It's up to you where you're going. You're going to be able to right any wrongs from the past here as well with that vase. I'm seeing you being able to catch it before it hits the ground and shatters. You're going to be able to, recover from mistakes or mishaps that you've recently been through, or even in the past have been through. Okay guys, that's all I am seeing for you, but you will have to let me know below what you thought. If you like these little 2-part readings, I really enjoy these, but it doesn't always come up when I'm wanting to do and film a video, I should do a 2-part reading. But once in a great while, I'll be reminded from Spirit, hey, you should try one of those again. So if you guys like them, let me know. I did get a pretty resounding yes last time I asked that, but I hope you guys enjoy this. But thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things, and I really truly do hope to see you right here back at The Den Creative, and also over on my live stream channel, The Den Creative Live, where I go live doing readings over there a few times a week. Link for that channel is in the description below. Alright, bye! Alright, option B, we're gonna go ahead and get right into this charm reading. What we're gonna do, actually, we're gonna start with charms, get some story cubes as well, and then I'm also going to be flipping to a page in the Everyday Offerings book here, just to get some more messages from your future self. So let's go ahead and grab our charms. Okay. Oh, I love this. So we've got a cute skull and bones. Not very cute, but I was going to say cute elephant. We got a skull and bones, and we've got a key. Okay, so to me, this skull and bones does kind of look like something to avoid, or maybe even that devil energy if you did select that pile. This is just confirming you selected the best option for you here as well. You guys are leaving behind something toxic. That's what your future self is letting you know. That toxic thing in your life, you are ready and willing more than ever now to leave it behind. Let it be a thing of the past. And you have the key to unlock a new future is really what I'm hearing as well. Especially with this cute little, what do you call him? Elephant. I keep forgetting the name elephant. Elephants are the keepers of the wisdom of the earth, and then whales are the keepers of the wisdom of the ocean. So, and I also heard an elephant never forgets. So there may be something that you had forgotten in the past, but now you're remembering it. And then that's going to help unlock you through some maybe limiting beliefs. This could be limiting beliefs. This could be thinking you're not good enough. This could be toxic situation, people in your life that you are moving on from, but you have the keys to a new future. Some of you, your future self is letting you know that that place, or just wanting to move, being able to move, that is on the cards for you. That is on the horizon. You're going to be able to move in a direction, either literally move your house, your job, your relationships in a location or a position you would like them to be, or you're physically picking up and moving to a new location. Whatever resonates, but let's get a couple story cubes here as well. Oh, we got one falling out. We've got a camera. One more. And, woo, got a little guy digging a hole. Okay, so, man, was it group 3? I think it was in group 3 we had someone putting water on the dirt. So maybe this is just you kind of cultivating that beautiful garden of your life. I just heard from Joe Dirt, life's a garden, dig it. So cute. But you guys really are cultivating, you're breaking ground on something new. Again, going back to this key here, we could be having someone that's watching this, your future self is letting you know that you're going to be able to build your dream home. And with the envisioning, or the vision that they're giving me now, is it's going to be sooner than you think. Maybe if you're already kind of well past the point where you thought, well, I'd probably have my dream home built by now, and it's not built, just know that it's still on the horizon for you. But with this camera, I'm really seeing, that lens. I'm really focusing in on this lens. Focus. This is, when you focus that lens, you're really clarifying and putting your intention just into one thing. Because if you're trying to focus on this angel here, and you got all this other stuff going around, when you get your aperture set and your ISO, it's that triangle, and your shutter speed, you gotta really make sure you're zooming in and having enough light and focus on what it is you're trying to get the person that's viewing the photo to really focus on. So you've got to put your intentions and, make that tripod or triangle of settings work to where you're really letting the person that's viewing the photo know where to put the focus. So you guys are really hyper-focusing on your own life. And this is a message also from your higher self for some of you, to take more pictures, to not forget even these small things. If you just want to take a quick photo with your phone to remember, not leave the moment to get the photo, but you'll be able to look back on these very fond and fun memories. So for some of you, Spirit's showing me you being able to go on a vacation that is something that's going to be very capture worthy. Something coming up for you, this future version of you wants you to know there's something very capture worthy coming up for you. Something you're not going to want to miss, either taking those beautiful mental photos or actual physical photos. Something that you're going to look back on for years to come and just be so excited about. But back to the skull and crossbones. This is just a beautiful reminder that anything coming up that is maybe toxic or deadly in some way, you're going to be able to avoid it because you already have precognitive clarity that you're avoiding that timeline. So just know you may even come into a near miss situation because Spirit has your back. This is that reminder to get more in the present moment as well. When you're present, that's where all your power is, and you can wield that power much better than if you're thinking about the past or the future. So try to be present, and when you're not home, because I don't see this danger or this, warning going on at home, unless this is your limiting beliefs or your habits, of course, then it would probably be going on at your home. But if this is some external force that's trying to encroach on your beautiful divinity or your peace of mind, then know that Spirit has your back, and they are force field of focused intention to keep you safe, so you will be okay. Okay, so we are missing out on the tragedy here, which is a good thing, a very, very good thing, because you have the key to unlock that beautiful wisdom. Spirit's also telling me for you guys to go look up the spirit animal or the spirit animal totem of the elephant for additional guidance, especially if you can find the interpretation from India. They're just really highlighting the country of India for some reason and elephants. So maybe go research that. I won't give you specifics as to where to go research. You just let your future self guide you in that direction. So let's get into your everyday offerings message to wrap this up for you. Okay, I promise I'm closing my eyes. Okay.
Let it go. Let it go.
I promise I will never do that again. Okay, we've got let it go. We've got a butterfly. This butterfly has let go of that chrysalis that it was encased in for so long. That really was its safe harbor, right? That chrysalis keeps that goo that the caterpillar turns into. It keeps it very safe and protected. But once it's ready to break out, if it were to stay in that chrysalis, it would diminish, it would die, because it needs to continue moving on. So there may be something going on in your life. Maybe this skull and crossbones here is just letting you know you can let it go and you're going to be okay. You can let go of that relationship, that job, that location, that toxicity, that limiting belief, whatever it is that you're thinking, I would like to let it go, but what if I'm not safe? Or what if I can't provide for myself? Especially if you're trying to leave a toxic relationship. If you're worried how you're going to fend for yourself or provide for yourself, you're going to be able to do it. There will be a way. Listen to your intuition. You have the key to unlock all the wisdom and knowledge you need to move forward in your life. But this is just reminding you to let go of anything that's holding you back, you guys. Interpret at will, because general readings, it's going to resonate differently for each of you. But let it go. Whatever it is, let it go. That's not serving your highest good anymore. All right, option B, that is all I'm seeing for you. But you will have to let me know below what you thought, if this resonated, if you like these little 2-part readings with the charms and the story cubes and the book or the fortunes or whatever it is I choose to do. I just like to add a little extra spice and a little extra fun once in a while, so I hope that resonated for you. And let me know below if you like these, and as always, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things, and I really truly do hope to see you right here back at The Done Creative, and also over on my live stream channel, The Done Creative Live, where I go live doing readings over there a few times a week. Link for that channel is in the description below. Alright, bye!